fliko.
Good morning. My name is Kenny Beats. Today, we are having a beat live on Twitch. I'm giving away thousands of dollars worth of gifts. You have 1 hour to flip a sample. Would you like to know what that sample is? Here we go. That is your sample for today. You are welcome. I'm being nice this week. Getting Fisher Price, French Montana. Yesterday we hit level 21 hype train. So I decided to be nice today. Today the gifts are number 10, Auto-Tune Unlimited for 6 months. That's every single plugin made by Antares. Number 9, Serato Sampler, one of the best samplers in the world. Number 8, $100 from drumbroker.com. They have every Kingsway library ever. Number 7, XO from XLN Audio. It organizes all the sounds on your computer and helps you find them. Number 6, Eventide Split EQ. Number 5, Sound Toys Decapitator. That's a $200 value. We're giving it away today for number 5. Number 4, we're giving away the Prince from Frank Dukes. One of the most fire synths in the world. I was with Flume the other day. He was using it. Number 3, Auto-Tune Unlimited for 1 year. That's every single plugin made by Antares, including Harmony Engine, Auto-Tune, the vocoder, so much stuff. Gift number 2 today is H9 Plugin Series Bundle. That's an $1,100 value. Gift number 2, second place today, $1,100 worth of plugins. First place today, first place gift today on this stream, I am giving away Isotope RX10 Advanced, $1,200 value. Oh my goodness. This is our top 10. I know it looks like I'm on the wrong page, but I'm on the right page. This is page 200. This is where the top 10 showed up. We had some server issues today. I'm gonna start with number 10. Sorry, Bo. CRUMLEY.
What? CRUMLEY? I don't know about you.
Okay. CRUMLEY, I really like the feel of it, and I like how much noise there is in it, and I like how dusty the drums are, and I like certain things, but the execution overall is not doing it for me. It just kind of like, I lost interest halfway through. I started thinking about what I'm gonna have for lunch after like 30 seconds. It didn't keep me interested. There were new things that got introduced and some little melodies towards the end and this and that, but I really like the concept of it. I really like the fact that you were trying to do this kind of noisy, dusty, kind of feels like you're in a live space idea. It just didn't come together for me with the sound choice. And I think also whenever you use like crowd noise, or you use sound from a park or sound from real life or whatever the fuck it is, that's whenever you need to really watch the levels of everything else. Because if that's getting in the way of your keys or getting in the way of your drums, or all you're hearing is like chatter and it's starting to f up other things, that's, you know what I mean, taking away from the feel of it. So I think the mixing on it could have been a little better. I think some of the arrangement on it could have been a little bit better. But overall, I like the idea, CRUMLEY. Thank you for submitting today. Sorry for having to wait so long to hear. Hey Pale Blue up next. Let's go. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like Halloween candy's on sale at a grocery store. It just doesn't like. I don't know. It doesn't improve the sample for me. The sample did all the work. The hottest part of it to me was the sample. There wasn't really like a lot of. I don't know. There wasn't really a lot to hold on to for me besides the sample. It just wasn't slapping hard enough, like Carmack just said in the chat. The chords are all right, but I don't know. Just it wasn't the one for me. I like Crumley's better, but I still think we need to step it up overall right now. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. SPRID up next. Drum loop carried for me. The drum loop carried. Right when everything first came in, had like this kind of like, I don't know, like Gorillaz-y feel thing. But as it went on, like, I don't know, the drum loop to me carried. It just didn't feel like any of the other sound choice in it was like super exciting. It didn't feel like all the sounds in it really blended together for me. I like that it has that kind of swung, like real staccato synth thing in the background is cool. It's almost like more of a rhythmic thing than it is a melodic thing, but the fact that it has that little pitch to it kind of offsets everything. It's cool. But yeah, I think today we're having a big problem with just the overall idea of the beats. It feels like people are making things work around the sample, but there isn't this like immediate, like I heard that horn thing happened and then go, oh my God, I know what I'm going to do with it. Everything feels kind of like it just placed around a little bit randomly in these first three beats for me. That drum loop has a really nice texture to it. It would be nice if some of the other sounds in it could have had that same grittiness to it, or if everything could have had a little bit more of like a cohesive feel, you know what I mean? And just the overall grit, you know what I mean? Because that drum thing is really what's carrying. Either way, SPRID, you're in first for right now. Let's keep going. Produced by Archie up next. That main bit that kind of is at the start and is at the end feels strong. That other bit where that lead synth started to come in, where you saw my face kind of look up, where it went to wasn't hitting for me, but I like that it went somewhere. I like that there was an arrangement that it kind of like started off in a certain feel, changed up, came back to a certain feel. I just like when there's song form, even in 1 minute. I think that's impressive. But mixing again, it's hard to know, right? I don't know if you work on headphones, if you work on speakers, if you work on your laptop, who knows what. But it's really, really, really hard to kind of feel a groove that's that swung and that has that much movement to it whenever a lead instrument comes in that's way louder than the drums are. And whenever that melody thing came in that wasn't in that first section or that end section, that middle kind of melody thing, it just stuck out so far in volume that it took me away from like how much I liked the bounce of like your perk and your kick and your snare and everything, this and that. But favorite bounce of the day, favorite drum sounds of the day, the 808 was a little like just like short and round and standard, but it worked. I think there might be room for something kind of like washy and more live. Like I don't know if it's a hat loop or if it's a shaker thing or if it's like a tambo thing, but something kind of in between all the rest of those rhythms that's equally as kind of swung and kind of human, but a little more just like realistic and has a little more of a room to it. It might make that whole beat feel crazy. Right now, Archie's in first place. Next up is PLAINORTELLINI. Someone said something like a Nivea commercial. I think someone said Toyotathon type beat. Guys, I think that the idea of taking that horn loop and not making it this like lead melody thing. Well, I mean, it is a lead melody, but I just like that it feels like a pad. I like that you just took 2 or 3 notes out of this longer phrase and you made it this kind of like constant pad where chords and things can move around it. I like all that idea. I like the 4 on the floor, Ibiza, honestly, never mind, idea. But I think there's a big issue with the groove of it. There's a big issue with where your kicks are hitting versus where those chords are hitting and where those basses are hitting. It feels like sometimes the bass and the keys and stuff are like flamming with your kick, or like they're hitting a little bit before the kick hits, and it doesn't really have like the bop to it, like the kind of the bounce to it. I feel like maybe try to move your bass sound and your chord sound back a little bit. Someone said fall sale at JCPenney. Please stop. But I like the idea. Ideas are half the battle. I'm going to put you right after SPRID. Let's keep going. Next up is JONJ-OH. What is happening? Is this the top 10 for real? Oh no. What is happening today? Somebody said this is what you put on when you take a gas station sex pill. Erectile dysfunction type beat. I kind of love that shit though. There's something about that. I want to do a commercial to it. There's something about this. Like, don't get me wrong, I hate it, but at the same time, this shit is kind of amazing. This makes me want to do one of these. know, doesn't have that kind of, it makes me want to go, milady. I might be leaving this in first place. I gotta be honest. This makes me want to wear a suit that is way too big for me. And get fake teeth. I want to have just some big ass teeth and a big ass suit. And just be like sliding around with this on with my wife of 20 years. Yeah, this is number one. There's something about this one. This might be the best beat of the year. You know, sometimes you don't know what you're looking for, you know, until you find it. That's the thing. Is if someone asked me today what I wanted to hear, I would have answered some whole other shit. I would have been like, oh, it's like Muramasa type shit. Someone said this sounds like when you have cable and you go to the 900 channels. Somebody said ladies' night. Number one for today. Number one. No contest. Gant up next. Okay, well now this is number one. Oh. You snapped. This is what I've been waiting for all day. WWW. Such mastery in that beat. That's someone who does this a lot. There's a lot of confidence in it, and it's so understated, but it has so much feeling to it without ever having to be like super in your face, if that makes sense, which is perfect for what? A vocal. You know what I mean? That sounds like something that stays interesting the whole time, that evolves, that moves, that has all types of different kind of pieces to it, but it never feels like it gets in the way of what could be an amazing song, you know? And that's a talent, to be able to stand up to all these instrumental music that we hear, where you can put anything you want in a beat battle beat. And that's something that you could go play for an artist, and still today, among all this other instrumental stuff, is the strongest one. Let's keep it going. AYVEN up next. Whoa. Whoa. Number one. Please tell me the sample's in there somewhere. Just before I start ranting, someone tell me the sample's in there somewhere. Okay, I'm not hearing the sample obviously in this, but this is my favorite beat of the day. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. Unbelievable feeling in it. Unbelievable sound choice, percussion choice. If that's a sample flip, but if it's not, everything sounds so good. Apparently it's the down-pitched part. Okay, the sample's in there. That's all that matters. crazy. Man. I'm leaving it in first place for now because it's just too good. I want to listen to that all day. I love it. Up next, Deed. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. I love the feel. I love the chords, the changes. I love the playing. I love all that wah background stuff. People are saying J. Paul in the chat because they're hearing that kind of wah, reminiscent of Jasmine kind of thing. Some of the, maybe the hi-hats with all the velocity feel a little bit J. Paul-y, feel like Crush or something like that. But yeah, I mean, I'm a sucker for anything that sounds like AK or J or anything Paul Institute. I think this is an interesting case where we always talk about sound choice so much. Obviously, what are beats if they're not collections of sounds on your computers? Like, sound choice is everything. I love the sounds in this. I love the lead sound or sounds. I love the chords. I love the drum sounds. I just wonder if there's a world where this whole beat could have a little more feel to like the overall master of it or the overall processing. Like, I wonder what this beat sounds like on a cassette. I wonder what it sounds like with tape or tape emulation. I wonder what it sounds like with a little like weird plug-in on the master or just something to kind of like set everything off its axis and make it a little more left, because it's so cool to me, but I feel like it's just missing like a tiny spark of weirdness or a tiny spark of like, I don't know, like a little wow somewhere or a little more like fucked up dropouts here and there. It's a little seasoning. I don't know, but really, really well done. First in the popular vote, 46 votes. 2,000 people hit the battle site today. This is no small feat. Last one of today. Let's get it. Wow, no wonder everybody voted for you. Hold on, before I say anything, let me move Deed down a couple spots. Oh, let me move Deed down right there. Hold on. Ardmore, very, very, very impressive from a lot of angles. Mix on it, very, very clean. The chord change, gorgeous. Unbelievable. Just the change just felt so good. Every time it climbed, it just feels so big. I love the leads. I love the chord sounds. I love that rim sound. Love the vocals. Okay. Yeah, very, 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 very impressive, first of all. To make that in an hour with all that feel to it, all that musicianship to it, all the layers to it, how well it works, how clear and like legible it sounds. Very, 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 very impressive. I'm gonna give that one first place today just because the sample usage is so clear, so good. There's such a good structure to it. There's such great sounds in it. I do think a couple random little other samples thrown in, little vocal things, a couple little extra lead things that happen once or twice. I'm thinking Lido, Cashmere Cat, Muramasa kind of energy. That would have done a lot for me and maybe just for a little bell and whistle. I think the chat would have appreciated it, but either way, that might not be your style, and that's okay. I think it's great exactly how it is. I think this is our top 10 for today. Ardmore first place, AYVEN second place, GANT third place, Deed fourth place, JONJ-OH fifth place, produced by Archie sixth place, SPRID seventh place, PLAINORTELLINI was that eighth place, CRUMLEY ninth place, HEYPALEBLUE 10th place. Those are our top 10 for today. All of you have won a gift. How do we do the wild card? I'm gonna play the first 0 vote I see. All right, we're gonna go with Colombiano. It's one of our best wild cards ever. Wait. Who's that guy that wears the colored contacts? I feel like Hobson would get on this in a second. Honestly, for the wild card, I'm gonna give that a W. Let's be real.